your reaction to the Jamie Collins signing. How big is that for you guys?
It's huge. You know, it's one of the things that I thought was important to our organization to get done. He's one of our better players, and it says that we're in the right process of keeping our own players home, you know, on our football team. Guys have been there, and I thought hopefully that sends the right message to everyone, that our organization is willing to do what it takes to keep our good players on our football team and not let them go someplace else. And hopefully that's just the start of it.
I think back when you first traded for him, you said it would be a coup if he stayed here. So coup pulled off. I guess,
got it done, you know. And I give a lot of credit to Dee and Jimmy and Sashi and the executive group for getting it done from a financial standpoint, and then just for Jamie, Jamie sticking through it and having conversations and talking with people that matter, to stay in it. And I've grown a really good relationship with him, and he is a tremendous football player in person, so we got a good one.
What did it mean to see him come by yesterday?
Oh, it was great. It says that, the relationship's strong. For him to be heading to where he needed to go and say, "Oh, Coach, I want to come see you," and meet Coach Williams and the rest of the staff, I think that said a lot, that he's in it all the way, and I think that's the way we have to be as we move forward.
Now that we know he's going to be here, can you give us a snapshot of kind of your vision for him in Greg's defense?
Be a great player. That's what it's going to be. There's a lot of things we know he can do, and we're going to give him an opportunity to do that. Coach Williams has a very diverse system that's going to put him in a lot of different places to make plays for us, and I think Jamie's up to that.
Coach, being a guy who got traded midway during the season, how's he act as a leader? Moved on the field since joining the team.
He's been outstanding. Jamie's not a big rah-rah guy. He's a do your job, come to work every day, blue collar, work hard. But I know it's in there, and I think now that he's going to start with us from the start to the end, I think we'll see a lot of those qualities, those leadership qualities come out.
Hugh, as you head into this Senior Bowl and sort of the start of this whole process, do you have a pretty good idea at this point of who you want to pick with that number 1 overall pick?
Well, I think we're working through it. I think it's a little early. I think there's still a lot of work to do to make those kind of decisions, but I'm sure we'll do our due diligence on every player, that has the potential to be the first pick, and make sure that we get the right one.
This was your first chance to really get out and practice with Greg Williams. So what was that like?
Fun. I can tell it's going to be exciting every day. It'll be a lot of fun. No, he's very competitive like I am, and I think that's what good teams have. They have guys that compete. We compete against each other, which ramps up practice a lot. Got players compete, and we just got to continue to do that. But he's one of the best there is, and I know that, and that's why we brought him here.
How much of a process was it for you guys to get on the same page to run a practice like this with all the new guys?
No, it was great. He's outstanding that way. This guy's seen so much football. There's nothing I'm gonna surprise him with or bring to the table as far as schedules or anything like that. Again, this is the Senior Bowl, and it's a chance for us to get out there. But me and him, we have a lot of work to do between now and getting our team back and getting our team to work.
So in a week like this where you get so much extra access with the players, what do you zone in on? What do you zero in on with these guys?
What kind of character they have? Obviously, the talent, the player, we kind of know through the tape and being out here. But I want to know what kind of people they are, because we need some guys that are willing to go the extra mile, to be the best they can be. And that's what we're looking for. Obviously talent is important, but character, guys that are relentless, guys that are tough, mental toughness, guys that show grit are very important to our football team.
How do you detect that in the meetings and some of the other stuff away from the field?
Well, there's questions. There's very pointed questions that you have to ask, and I think there's things that you need to see. We know what it looks like and feels like, so we have our ways of judging that, and that's what we're trying to get accomplished.
The chemistry of the whole, all the new staffers together, not just Greg, but how's it going?
It's good. It's been good. We've had a lot of meetings. We had a lot of, this is how we do it, this is how we're going to go about it. A lot of these guys are not new to me. Dwayne Walker's not new to me. Obviously, Greg and Blake and Jared, they are. Clyde, they are. They'll get to know my style. I'll get to know theirs. But I think we all understand what we're trying to do. We're just trying to be the best we can be and get teams to be the best they can be. So it's a good marriage so far.
Hugh, how do you feel about Greg working quarterbacks coach as a quarterbacks coach with you, and Mark with the tight ends. Why do you feel like that's a good fit for you guys?
Well, because obviously Greg's coached quarterbacks before. He coached me, so I know what I'm getting there. And I think the person that coaches that position, you have to have a lot of trust because it's like my baby. And at the end of the day, I know what I want it to do and how I want it to be. And I know Greg will do exactly that. And again, we're talking about the Senior Bowl. I haven't made a decision about what we're going to do. And then obviously Mark, Coach Hudson, he has already coached tight ends before in this league. Sure. He did it at Oakland. So we have that flexibility amongst our staff that if this is the way we need to go, we can do it. But again, that's a special position, and I don't want to rush to make a decision because I don't think I need to. I think we're well equipped to handle this way for right now, and if I make a decision we need to change that, then we'll do so.
How did Greg help you as a quarterback? How did what were the things he improved?
I'm standing here today because of Greg Senior. He helped me as a quarterback, see the game better, understand the game better, but he also made me a tough individual, playing the game under him. He's really driven, and he gets guys to play well for him. I know that. Every position he's ever coached, whether it was in Dallas with the tight ends or whether his job that he had in Cincinnati, he did it well. And that's just who he is.
Coach, last time we talked to you about your quarterback situation, specifically Robert Griffin III, it was the day after the season. You really wanted to take time to evaluate it.
Oh, yeah.
So now that you've had the time,
I'm not done.
what have you seen?
I've been putting a staff together. I haven't been through all that yet. That's my next order of business once I get back from here. I've seen it and have an idea, but I want to be sure. I think it's still too early in the process to say where I am, what I'm doing, what I'm not going to do, or what we're going to do as an organization. But again, our job is we got to have a quarterback that plays winning football for us. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to find that guy. I said it, the day at the last press conference. We're going to find a guy that can win for us. And that's what we have to do. That's my job. That's what I came to Cleveland for. And I'm not going to stop until we get that guy.
Most people assume that for whatever reason that you guys are basically done and moving on with Robert.
That's interesting. I'm glad. Who made that announcement? I didn't, so that's interesting.
Well, is that a premature assumption?
I think everything's premature right now. You guys haven't heard that from me, so I wouldn't read into any of that. I think my job is to continue to evaluate and look, and just like I told you guys I would. I haven't come to any conclusions. Everybody else can jump to those conclusions, but we're going to keep looking at this thing. It's too important. It's too important to our football team, to our fan base, to the organization. We got to make the right decision. We got to get that part of it right, and I plan on doing that.
Is there a leader in the clubhouse?
I'm the leader in the clubhouse. That's the only leader right now.
The only quarterback is a leader.
Yeah, I play quarterback. Remember that.
When you look at the AFC North, Hugh, that's really is that the one thing that's keeping you? All the other teams have that established guy. Is that the one thing that's maybe keeping you from?
It's stopping us from being where we want to be. We haven't established that guy yet. We haven't established who he is. And so until you can do that, I think we can make the next one. And so that's what we're trying to do. It's going to be, a great off season. We have, we have free agency. We have the draft coming. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity for us to evaluate and make good decisions about what to do for a football team.
Has anything changed in the way you'll evaluate quarterbacks this year versus going through it last year, just in terms of your process?
I don't know that the process will change. How I see it is different because I know our team better. I know what's on our football team. So I better know how to play off of that, to know what's best for us. And I plan on using that knowledge to do so as we move forward.
I know you said that you feel confident that you guys can kind of, fill the void in terms of the coaching left by Pep. But isn't there a void in quarterback evaluation? Sashi said that Pep would be one of the important guys evaluating the quarterback.
Let's back up for a second. I'm being very honest. You guys know how I feel about Pep. I brought Pep here. But if I'm not mistaken, I coached the quarterback, met with the quarterback, called the offensive plays. So I think we're making more of this than what it is. I was putting Pep in a position to keep grooming him, to put him in position where he needed to be to move on with our football team. And obviously he got a better opportunity for himself. So I came here to coach that position and get it better, and I plan on doing that. So that has nothing to do with it. I'm going to take my expertise, I've been doing this for a long time, and put a quarterback on this football team that can win. That's my job. And I don't think, again, we're going to do it collectively as a group, but hopefully we're going to lean on my expertise on what I need at that position to win, and that's what's the most important.
So you don't
thing.
think you need that extra set of eyes that was there last year?
We have enough.
Okay.
We got more eyes than you can think we have.
Who's going to squirt water on the footballs, though?
Me. I know how to squirt water.
A couple more, we're going to wrap. At this point, do you think that your possible quarterback of the future could come from this draft?
It could. I mean, it could. It could come from a lot of different ways, Mary Kay. I don't want to get pigeonholed into just one way, but I think there's a lot of different ways it can come as we continue to move forward. Again, it's about the evaluation. It's about the right profile. It's about what we're looking for. It's about how that position needs to play.
Just a quick impression of these quarterbacks you saw today. I know it's really early.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a lot of good work by the guys. At first, a lot of balls didn't touch the ground, and then a couple did. But I thought, all of them had a good day. They had their moments. I thought Josh Dobbs did extremely well, and I thought Webb did good. And I thought Antonio did some good things. I think they all have their strengths, but again, here's the first day we're throwing a lot of information at them. So that's tough. This is a tough environment to be in a situation. But I thought they held their own today.
What stands out about Dobbs?
Last one.
Dobbs.
He completes the ball. He's more athletic, and he has a good arm. He throws the ball extremely well. I was a little surprised at how well he threw the ball.
With Collins resigning.
Didn't you say that was the last one?
Give that.